everybody, welcome back to another Love Loose Logic video. I am back with another seasonal video. This year I had a vision to go for a more chic, glam type of theme, and I really think I did a good job of bringing this to life. I kind of took my time this time around to make sure I'm curating a very cute space that I'm very much satisfied with, and I'm excited to share this with you. So if you would like to see the process and how this all is going, then keep watching. So we're starting to decorate the outside, just our front door porch area, and then we'll work our way inside. So I got this wreath on clearance from Target, and I'm just going to add a few seasonal picks to this wreath just to give it a little autumnal flair, just so we can basically reuse this. I didn't want to make any permanent changes to this wreath. I love investing in neutral wreaths so I can customize them for whatever season it is, using some twine to tie it and secure it to the wreath itself. And we will basically make sure these are secure enough before we go and hang it outside. The moment I saw this basket on Marshall.com, I knew exactly where I wanted to place it and how I wanted to use it. And this was me bringing that vision to life. So cute. I've been really trying to do better with taking care of plants and beautifying the outside of my home. And that's what I've been trying to do mostly this year. I'm just adding a few extra colors to the front of the house to create a welcoming entryway. So let's address the elephant in the room. Where have you been, sis? I have been recharging, I've been recalibrating, I've been recentering. I've been working on my prayer life, I've been taking therapy, living in the moment, immersing myself in other hobbies, and just working on me altogether, mainly internally. It takes a toll on me mentally and physically, especially as I have been away from my home, my family, for this many years. Decorating my home is just kind of helping me cope with another season that I'm spending without my family. For Sky, I believe she's a pretty content kid. School life is always something to talk about every day. Home life is the ups and downs, of course, but overall, we still make a joint effort with creating time and atmosphere to spend with each other and just making it feel so much like home wherever we are. You may notice this $5 wreath from my last Halloween video. This thing is still going strong. Of course, there's some pieces that were popping off, but it's an easy fix. I did want to keep the colors within the dining area somewhat neutral, especially the ones that are going to be on the wall. So all I'm doing here is taking off the orange pumpkins just to neutralize it all together. You can see up close these pumpkins, and everything attached to this wreath is bound by little wires. And I was planning on adding more to this, but it actually turned out perfect just the way it is. Okay, y'all, so forgive me in advance because It's been a while since I've been behind the camera, and when I get into these little creative modes, I am on the roll. So I'm pretty much freestyling, but it was kind of difficult for me to remember that the camera was there. So my point of views, my angles and everything, shots and everything are very limited, but I wanted to do my best when it came to just creating the space and also showing you the process. So what I'm doing here is taking some flathead nails and I'm tacking them into the wall. As you could tell, the wreath that I initially had up there was way bigger than this one. I'm just placing the spiders strategically around this wreath just to give it the illusion of looking bigger than what it truly is. This dining area is probably one of my favorite spaces that we got to decorate this year. I'm recycling quite a few things, minus this blush bundle. These flowers are also recycled, minus these pink peonies. Last year we plopped some IKEA plants within the planters just to keep it very simple, but this year we're kicking it up a notch by creating some really pretty floral arrangements to bring in the chic within this space. I found this really cute beaded table runner with the spider webs, and I knew it was gonna tie in perfectly with the wreath that I was planning to put on the wall. Same arrangement concept as last year. We just took it up a notch with a little bit more class. I'm extremely satisfied with how this turned out. Grab!
They're plastic.
Scott, you drop them and see what if they plastic or not.
I'm not gonna drop them.
Put the big one in the back, the little one in the front.
So cute.
Okay.
Wow.
Y'all, I just be wanting her to help me out, make this process a lot smoother. But baby, that is not her intention at all. All right, it's a lunch break and it's mainly for Zoe. You all have seen this pet bowl before in our last Halloween Decorate With Me. It's doing its job. It's something about ceramics for me. I am not the type to really buy too many toys since Zoe really doesn't play with them that often, but she loves to eat. This is just a perfect little piece to add to her little space. find this Halloween food inspired picture. We put it into a frame and added it to this area. I like to make very simple yet practical updates in my kitchen area just because it's a small space to work with. I am a fan of texture, and I found this really neat pillowcase from IKEA, and I knew it would go perfectly in the living room. And then I was conflicted because I found this pink pillowcase, so I was not sure which one I wanted to use. So I decided to just play around with both and see which one resonated with me the most. The pink really does play off of the pink colors in the living room area and the floral arrangements. However, if you stick around, you'll see what I decided on later in the video. Usually this area I don't struggle at all, but for some reason, it took me a minute to really curate the space, both on and off camera. I knew I wanted to do the faux spider web drapes, and I wanted to add it some texture, so I went with the white candles and this beautiful floral skull. And then I was back and forth on the colors. I really just had to take a beat, step back, and figure out what I wanted to go for without the distraction of all the decorations in my space. So I took to Pinterest to kind of get some kind of inspiration. Keeping it simple, there are a few places in my home that are decorated and are pretty transitional when it comes to putting a little holiday flair on it. This space is no different. Usually I just change out the greenery here, and I'm just adding those same floral elements that I have in the different bouquets around the home here. This letterboard is gonna change as usual, and I just added some bats to give it that Halloween flair, and I think it looks really good. I just love this floral bouquet. It's been up honestly all year long. I just added the oranges, the dark pinks, and the whites to it. This floral pick is in there as well, and it just blended perfectly. As you can tell, I did decide on the textured pillowcases. Ugh, I love it. Now what I don't love is the fact that I'm still going back and forth about these leaves, y'all. I am so convinced this needs to be a part of the decor. Sis, please stop. I'm like cringing as I'm watching myself do this. Y'all, I found a really neat hack when it came to decorating with pumpkin, and that is spraying some extra hold hairspray onto the pumpkin to keep it from shedding so much. Y'all, this was a game changer for me. I will never have to vacuum up pumpkin shedding ever again. You're welcome. This is another process and another day, obviously, with my change of attire, but I'm trying to decide on which vase to use. I really favor the white one, but the amber one is also calling to me. I almost bought me some new glassware to accompany this Halloween themed bar cart, and then I realized, like, no, you have stuff in your cabinet, go see what you got. And that's what I did. This little space turned out really cute, very simple, straight to the point, stuff I already had minus the boo sign. another improvising session. I've had this piece for a long time and I decided to take the picks out. Thankfully, I can reapply or reattach them whenever I want to, but I'm using these picks to help decorate and create more floral arrangements in this space. I'm gonna also utilize this block just to give my other decorations some elevation. And all I'm doing here is adding some texture. This other lantern I found for €5 at the dollar store. I knew I was gonna put more florals in there as well. So yeah, let me just play around with this and you all just sit back and watch the process. Can we take a moment to appreciate the locks, okay? It's been 3 years and she is growing. Some days I don't know what to do with her, okay? But in this moment, we're gonna pull her back so we can get back to work. I love listening to an audiobook while I'm doing things around the house. On this particular day, I've been reading The Yellow Wife by Sadiqa Johnson, and I can say that this one is bomb. Honestly, every time I look at the Christmas tree now, I remember exactly what scene was playing. It's that much memorable, and it was that good. If you're into historical pieces written by Black authors, I definitely recommend Yellow Wife. I will say it has some trigger warnings for like rape and there's some others in there for sure. So it might be a little tough for some people, but I didn't find an issue with them. There were some tough scenes to navigate, but they were still that intriguing for me to like keep at it and keep going. This story is based on some real life events, and yeah, she did a really good job with this one. And at this point, I read Yellow Wife and House of Eve, and girl, she does not disappoint. So I'm adding pink wherever I can, and then using the Jack Skellington table cover, now used as a tree skirt. I'm just adding this to the bottom of the tree, some pink deco mesh to add and secure to the tree and give it that pop of color as well. I really wanted to make sure I gave this tree some character, and I'm very excited about the many elements that I'm bringing to this tree this year. Usually it is pretty neutral with a pop of color. This time around, we're gonna take it up a notch and make it a bit eclectic. I'm adding some gold ornaments, some beautiful black textured ornaments, and florals. I think the florals kind of just took it over the top, but I like it. I like it a lot. And then I found some orange foam pumpkins, adding toothpicks to the bottom to help secure these to the tree. And remember those pumpkins that I got from the spiderweb wreath? I'm sprinkling those orange pumpkins around in the floral arrangements, just around in this living area mainly. to bring it all together. Finally, here are the fruits of our labor. I really hope you enjoyed. It took me some time to just acclimate to this new color palette and everything, but honestly, everything just came together perfectly. It looks like nothing else I've seen before, and I'm very much proud of the work that I've done here. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process of this creativeness just coming to life, and I hope you've been inspired.